Alright, I'm making this video on how to install new reeds on Yamaha 701 61X. I actually put new reeds on there, but I did them wrong. That's why I am making this video. I don't have anyone to hold the camera, so you will have to bear with me. Obviously, start by removing the carburetor. First thing I like to do is just pop the throttle cable off. Do that by opening it up all the way, and then you just take it off by hand. There you go. Simple. Now, unbolt the carburetor. You've got the two bolts. Nuts, I should say. I got a shaved down 13mm to make it easy to get in here. Careful on this side because you've got the positive. Should remove it, but it'll be alright. Just be very careful. If you haven't done this before, disconnect it. Once you got it loose, you can take your fingers, get it off. I like to do one at a time. I'll loosen a little bit on each side first. Then what I like to do to get those washers is I will just slightly lift the card up on one side to grab it. I basically just slightly, this is very hard to do with one hand, just slightly lift it up to where you can get to it, then you can pull it out. There you go. You can take the carb all the way off by undoing these lines, but you also don't have to. You can just set it off to the side if your hoses are long enough. Which is what I'm just going to do. But I'll have to undo my primer line. And just set it aside like that. I think that's all you got to get to. Take your gaskets off. And you can peel this guy up. Set it aside. I'm just going to leave that gasket on there. I like to stuff a rag in here so I don't drop anything in there, even though I'm going to have it right off. Got to undo the pulse line, so that's what we're going to do next. And it'll probably be very tight on there, and if it's not, that could be an issue for you. Now I'm just going to take this hose clamp and slide it up the hose a little bit so I don't fall off, so I don't lose it, so I know where it goes. Now we got all these 10mm head bolts. Extensions are everything when working on a jet ski. You gotta have basically every different size. I'm going to remove these in reverse order of installation. They should have numbers. They shouldn't be on there very tight. Even with Loctite, these are only torqued to like 8 Newton meters. All right, I got all the screws up. Now you're just gonna take it, carefully wiggle it up. There's a little pry spot on the right side of it. So if it doesn't just peel up by hand, you can probably give it a little bit of motivation on those spots. But mine just came right on up with my fingernails. And that was with it being copper sprayed. There they are. Same thing. Should just come up by hand. Again, there's a little grab spot right here. And there she is. Now's a good time to inspect your bottom end for debris, anything else. Inspect your reeds. Cover that with a clean rag. You don't want anything going in there. Here they are. See, what I did wrong on these Boyesen dual stage power reeds is you are not supposed to use the metal OEM reed cage. You remove this guy and you use just a tiny little rev plate in there. I'll show you in a second when I pull these apart. All right, I got one off. Now these two screws, at least on mine, were very Loctited down. And I couldn't record it because I needed 2 hands to not strip them out. Make sure you have a JIS screwdriver that fits perfectly on these. If you don't, you can get the regular Phillips and you just grind the tip down just a hair until it fits tight in those bolts, because you will round them. And then you got to get new stainless steel bolts. You can pick them up just at like Ace Hardware. I've already replaced this one because when I was in here, this was so stuck in there, it actually broke the other bolt and I had to drill it out and helicoil it. So now all you do next is you just remove these little screws. Here they are. So now, it's because the directions from Boyesen are extremely vague. Why I did this wrong. But if I'm right, which, fuck, I don't know anymore, you put that one on first. And this one, and then just the rev plate. That's it. Here we are, what I believe is the correct orientation for these reeds.